we have a surprise. Super stoked about it. I'm super happy. Okay, now for the moment we've been waiting for. Hey guys, how's it going? We have a surprise. We have more eggs. I'm really excited. If you are on Discord, by the way, check the description for the link to the Discord. We've been talking about when she's gonna lay. I've been getting a little bit worried because it's been sort of late in the cycle. You can hear probably Asus next to me. I put him in a separate box because he's kind of getting on her nerves and he's not too happy. But yes, we're gonna dig them up. Like I said, she laid today. I'm super stoked about it. I'm super happy. This almost went 30 days, and usually it takes about 14 to 21. So like I said, I was a little concerned, but just went a little bit longer. So I'm gonna just quickly set up what I'm gonna be putting the eggs in. This time around, I'm gonna be using vermiculite instead of perlite, and I'm just gonna see how this turns out. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll dig up the eggs. For the moment we've been waiting for, let's go ahead and dig up the eggs. So she laid about here. Of course, after Akkie's lay and a lot of other reptiles lay, they fill in the little burrow to hide the eggs. But I did see her lay this time. I was not on vacation this time around. So let's go ahead and dig it up while we have Asus out of here because he would definitely be curious about what I'm doing. Dell doesn't seem too much. She's just kind of looking for food. I already gave her 2 pinkies and some crickets to kind of get her back on the rebound. It might give her another pinky tomorrow.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
So we finally found him. I see 4 so far. Let's see if she could beat her last clutch. What was that, 14? I don't think she's gonna beat that. But I finally am gonna, well not finally, but I'm gonna remember to mark them this time in their correct position. So let's get to it. So it's the next day, guys. I put all the eggs I took out in the incubator. I'm not gonna tell you how many though. What I wanna do is a little giveaway. If you can guess the total number of laid eggs by Friday's video, that will be the June Reptile Room update video, I will give you a free t-shirt of my merch. The designs will be over here. Any one of those designs, you will win a free t-shirt if you get it correctly. Only the first one to guess it correct though. So one thing I just want to address is that at the beginning of this video, you saw me using vermiculite instead of perlite, and there's really no reasoning for that other than just experimenting. I want to see how well vermiculite does with humidity, with moisture compared to perlite. I hear sometimes perlite gets a little bit more moldy, so I just want to see how that works out. The next time around, what I want to do is try Sim Container, and then I'll have a comparison of the 3, and I can know which one I prefer. So there's really no reason for the switch. I just want to see for comparison which one I prefer and which one works better with my setup. So right now I have all the eggs in the incubator incubator. It's incubating at 87 degrees. It's a little bit higher than the recommended 86 degrees, and that's because inside the incubator, since it's sort of a DIY type one, it sometimes fluctuates, so it will drop to 86 degrees sometimes, so I keep it around the 87, 86 degrees, if that makes sense. These eggs should take around 100 days to hatch. My last clutch took closer to 110, but usually that high 90s to 110 range is when you can expect your Ackie eggs to hatch. So we're looking at a late summer hatching, maybe early September, late August for those of you interested. Definitely follow my socials, which will be in the description to keep up to date on those eggs. My personal goals for this clutch, being that this is my second clutch and I took a lot away from my first clutch, is to get a better hatch rate. I had 14 eggs the first time around and about half them hatched, and then one of the babies unfortunately had an issue and had to be put down. So I'm hoping to get a little over 50% this time, just an improvement. I think with the lessons I learned, I should be able to do that no problem. One of the major issues I faced my first clutch was dealing with dented eggs and kind of moderating that between the mold and stuff in there. So I'm hoping maybe with vermiculite that will be a little helpful, and I can see that balance between the two. And one trick I learned that a lot of people ask me if they have any recommendations when dealing with dented eggs is using a damp paper towel. Now the trick is to really wring out the paper towel after you water it and make it full of moisture. You really don't want it to be soaking, just kind of damp, and then spray the lid of whatever you're putting the eggs in and let it drip onto the paper towel. It worked wonders, and if I knew that in the beginning, I bet you more eggs would have hatched. Also of note, I did take another measurement of how far down she laid. The first time around was pretty close to 20 inches. This time around it was around 14 inches, so a little bit less, but still both of these clutches give testament to why you need more than just 1 foot of substrate. I really think the optimal is around 18 to 20 inches, especially for a female. 12 inches just doesn't cut it. As for Dell, she's recovering good. Her and Asus are getting in some tiffs now. She's just really active, and I think she's just searching for food. Like I said, I did give her a couple pinkies, and she's had crickets yesterday and today, and I might get one more pinky and maybe tomorrow. This time around, I really was able to pay a lot of attention to Dell during the whole pre-lay and egg process. I knew a little bit more than I did the first time, and there's a couple key signs that should be good signs for you if you're trying to breed your Ackies. One of the biggest worries is your female becoming egg bound when they're gravid. That's almost a death sentence, certainly, and there's a couple things that should make you feel confident and a couple things that should make you worry. One thing to majorly watch out for is going past the 30-day mark of them being gravid. If they haven't laid their eggs within 30 days after the last time, you know, her and the male hooked up, then that could be problematic. Good signs to look for: a lot of digging. Usually within a week before they lay, you'll see them going crazy digging everywhere. A couple days before they actually lay, they will refuse food. And when I say a couple days, I say probably 1 to 3 days is really right before. Definitely a sign they're gonna lay any day now. Once they laid, it's super noticeable. You'll see a very wrinkly female Ackie in there. You will definitely not miss it, and that's a sign that it's time to dig up those eggs. So I was very happy I was able to pay attention to those signs a lot more. And like I said in the beginning, I was worried because this was getting up there and the length she was holding onto those eggs. She was getting close to that 30-day mark. Didn't hit it, but got close. So I was a little worried, but she was showing all the signs that I just mentioned there, so I knew things were good. Anyway, guys, that's the video. I'm really excited. I'm really happy to have more Ackie eggs. It's been a little bit, and the first time around was super exciting. Make sure, like I said, follow me on my socials. I'll be keeping you guys up to date with pictures and such, and maybe some videos as we get closer to the hatch date. Before wrapping up the video, though, let's do a couple quick announcements and shout outs. I want to thank Houston H, Angela L, Herb M, and David T for being Patreon supporters. You guys could support the Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Check the top right, more information on that. Like I said, you guys could win a free t-shirt if you guess the clutch size. If you want to actually buy a piece of merch, check the top right as well. Actually, check the description. Anyway, guys, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed and you guys are surprised, and I hope one of you guesses the clutch size correctly. We'll see you next time. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and see us in the next video. Hey, Dell, people want to know how many eggs you laid. You want to tell them real quick? You want to maybe give them a hint? They're going to win a free t-shirt if they know. Was it more than the number of fingers and toes you have? Can you show them on your toes? I don't think so. I think you might not have enough. You think that's a good hint there, Dell? Think people who watch the end of the video have a little advantage there? Yep, that's how I do things, guys. But make sure you comment below how many you think she laid, And if you have the right number, you can get a free t-shirt. See you guys.